Good evening, everyone. I think for the online guys, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you please confirm once whether I'm audible or not? Okay. Okay. So let me start the service here. So in last session, we have seen the concept of conditions as well as debug module, as well as lookups, strategies, as well as what else we have seen? Huh? What else we have seen apart from that? Jinja to templates. Okay, fine. In today's session, we are going to see the most used concept in the Ansible, that is roles. Which one? So this concept, what exactly? You can use it on the real-time aspect. So just go and check it out, like how it is going to work for you. So let me open the notes for you. So guys, whenever if you go for the interview, from the Ansible point of view, the first question you are going to get is describe about roles in Ansible. What is the concept here? Describe about roles. So these roles are going to be very, very important concept for the entire Ansible. Okay. So basically some other people need to join. If I start it now, they will ask me to repeat it again. So let's wait a few more minutes until they join. Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll try to cover a small topic here. Ansible Galaxy. Okay. PAP I'll cover. PAP module. Which module? So basically, you know Red Hat, right? Red Hat. In Red Hat, what is the package manager? In Ubuntu? APT. So if you want to install packages on Red Hat, you can use M module. No, if you want to install packages on Ubuntu, you need to use APT. But imagine I want to install some packages in Python programming language like NumPys and Pandas. Have you ever heard about NumPys and Pandas? So these are the modules which we are going to use for the Python programming language. For example, if I want to install the Python modules like NumPys and Pandas, M APT won't work. Why? Because M as well as APT will work for the Red Hat and Ubuntu OS. But here I want to install modules for programming language. So M and APT won't work. Why? Because these are clearly used for the OS only. So if you want to install any kind of packages in Python programming language, we need to use PAP module. Which module? So PAP, it's a package manager. Okay, it's a package manager used to install the Python libraries or modules. That means, see, I have the server. Okay, so it is my Ansible main node, and these will be my worker nodes. Okay, so in this all of the worker nodes, I want to install like NumPy to perform some Python operations, and Pandas again to perform some Python operations. So in this case, if I use M or APT, the function will not work. Why? Because M and APT to install the packages only, but this will work for the operating system. I want to install package now, but is it for operating system or is it for programming language? Which programming language? For Python, if I want to install any module, what is the package manager I need to use? PAP. So don't call it as pip, we need to call it as PAP only. How we need to call it as? So here, first of all, I'm going to install PAP. From the PAP, I'm going to install NumPy, and again, I'm going to install the Pandas. Let's go and check this one, how it is going to work for you. So let me check all my servers are responding or not. How can I check whether my servers are responding or not? Ansible all -m ping. So this is the command what we need to use to check connection. Is it working for all the servers now? Great. So now let's write the playbook with the name of whatever it can be. So here what I'll do now is I'll remove these entire lines. So first of all, first I need to install PAP. From the PAP module, I need to install NumPy and Pandas. So put here hyphen name. What is the name here? Installing PAP module. To install PAP, we need to use M module only. To install PAP, we need to use. So name of the package will be PAP. Next, state is equal to. First one is clear. So you are installing PAP, right? Second one, I want to install NumPy. So I'm writing here installing NumPy. So remember in NumPy always N and P must be capital. While installing, make sure this one. So which module I need to use to install NumPy now? PAP. As you can see, already PAP got installed on the first task. In the second task, we can use it as module. So PAP name NumPy. So N and P must be capital. State is equal to. Next, third task. Name installing Pandas module. PAP. Next, name of the package will be pandas. P will be capital. State is equal to present. Is it clear for all of you now? So in the task number 1, you are installing PAP. Why PAP? This is the module which is responsible to install Python modules. I mean Python libraries or dependency or module. So in the task number 2, I'm installing NumPy, which is a Python module. So to use, I'm using which one this here? PAP as a module. To install pandas, which module I'm using here again? That's it. So now run the playbook. Ansible playbook. Name of the playbook will be. So now automatically that is going to run here. First of all, I'm installing PAP here. PAP got installed. Second one, is it installing NumPy now? Which module is installing the NumPy? PAP, correct. Later, is it installing pandas now? So again, which module we are using here? PAP. So now, is it clear for all of you like how this PAP module is working in real time? So remember, if you want to install any kind of Python modules, the go-through module will be PAP only. First of all, we need to install the PAP module. From the PAP module, we need to use NumPys, pandas, and other libraries. Whatever you want to install, you can install them. That's it. So this is the concept of the PAP. So is the PAP concept clear for all of you now? Online, can you please confirm, is the concept of PAP module clear for all of you or not? Okay, fine. So it was clear for all of you. That's good to hear. So next question, I mean like next topic, what exactly we are going to discuss is now roles. This will be damn sure interview point of view question without any doubt. I'm telling you again, damn sure question without any doubt. Okay. First of all, what is a role? Sir, role is a way of organizing the playbook into a structured format. For example, see, you have 3 different works. How many works? I'll tell you what are these works. First of all, go ahead and see now here. Today is day 5 of Ansible or day 4? Today. 5th day, right? Okay, fine. So it is our Ansible server. So remember, in real time, for different works, we have different of playbooks. Let's say I have 3 playbooks. How many playbooks? So playbook number 1, okay, use it for package installation. So I simply write packages. Okay. Playbook number 2 is simply to install the web server. Okay. Playbook number 3 is to create the users. I have 3 different playbooks. What I'll do is tell me one thing. If I keep all the playbooks at a single place, is it going to be messy or not, sir? So we need to organize the playbooks. In real time, if you wish to organize the playbooks in a structured format, so we can use the concept called roles. The main purpose of the roles is to encapsulate the data. So it will organize the playbook into a structured format and it can encapsulate the data. What is the meaning of encapsulation? Encapsulation. Encapsulation means hiding the data. What is the meaning of encapsulation? You know, dairy milk, right? Inside dairy milk, what we have? Chocolate. But outside, what we can see? Wrapper. Correct or not? That means the chocolate is hiding inside the wrapper. Simply, the encapsulation meaning is nothing but hiding. Okay. The playbook, what exactly we are going to create is it is going to hide. We cannot see directly. That is what exactly we can call as encapsulation. We can reuse the roles into multiple times. Once I create the role, I can reuse it for multiple times. And the major advantage is length of the playbook is going to be decreased. I'll show you how the length of the playbook is going to decrease. So it will contain the variable section, task section, template. Just like how we write the playbook, the same things will be continued here. So in real time, we use roles for our daily activities. I'm telling you, in Ansible, if you are working means whatever the concepts we discussed, those concepts you are going to implement in the roles. Concepts, whatever we discussed, those are correct concepts only, but we need to implement this on the roles. Again, I'm repeating it one more time. Roles is a way of organizing the playbook into structural format. If there is no structure, the complete playbooks will be messed up. So the main purpose is to encapsulate the data. What exactly the meaning of encapsulation? hiding the data. So we can reuse our roles for multiple times, and the length of the playbook is also going to be decreased. So it contains the variable section, task, templates, handlers, everything, whatever we use it, everything will be consist there. So in real time, we use role for our, that means whatever the work you are going to do in the real time is completely in the form of the roles itself. Which form? Roles. So now here, first of all, what I'll do is I'm going to install the tree here. So let me copy this one. So, and you can remove this PIP, but I'm keeping it as of now. So just fine. So I think all of you know what is the purpose of tree package, right? So here I am going to remove the entire section. I am removing the entire file. So I don't have any single file now. So what I'll do is I'll create the folder called playbooks. So I'll go to the folder called playbooks. That's it. And here we can see the step-by-step implementation. See, currently I want to engage on 3 different works. One is to install the packages. Second one is to create the users. And third one is to install the, that means how many different type of works I have. So for 3 different type of works, I need to create 3 different roles. So I'll be creating mkdir -p stand for parenting directory. What is P here? So I'm going to create the folder called roles. Inside the roles, my first role number will be packages. Okay, inside the packages, I want to create one more folder called tasks. Hit enter. Just to give the command tree. Are you seeing the roles here? Inside the role, what is your first role number? Packages. Inside there, what you are seeing? Tasks. Similarly, I want to create the same structure for my second role. My second role is users. What is my second role? So mkdir -p, tell me inside roles, what is my role number 2? Users. Okay. Inside users, what I need to create? Tasks. Now give the command tree. So you can see the roles. Inside the roles, are you seeing role number 1 packages and role number 2 users? Are you able to see it? And the role number 3 will be web server. Now tell me how to write mkdir -p. Inside roles, web server, tasks. Now if I give the command called tree, you will be getting the complete clarity. I have the folder called roles. Inside the roles, how many roles I'm having? What is the role number 1? Packages. Role number 2? Role number 3? Inside these roles, what I need to create here? Tasks. So is the structure clear for all of you till now? Online, can you please confirm? Is the structure clear for all of you or not? What is the structure I have created here? Can you confirm? Is it clear for all of you or not? Fine. So now inside these roles, what you are going to create is you are going to create the playbook. What you are going to create? So I am writing VAM inside roles. What is my role number 1? Inside packages, what is the folder I'm having? Here I'm going to create a playbook called main.yml. What is the name of the playbook? You can put whatever the name you want. It doesn't matter. Hit enter. So put here -name. What is the name of the task? Installing packages. Okay. So give the module called yum. First of all, I'll install git, some random packages. Git state is equal to present. Okay. So similarly, -name installing. Let's go for Maven. Okay. Yum name is equal to Maven, state is equal to. Third, I want to install a package called Docker. So -name installing Docker. Next here, module yum name is equal to Docker, state is equal to. This will be enough. Now, if you go ahead and see, again, I'll be giving the command called tree here. So inside the roles, my role number 1 is packages. Inside the packages, I have the task. Inside the task, what I have here? In the main.yml, I am installing the packages like Git, Maven, and Docker. So now this playbook will run automatically when I call the role called packages. If I call packages, whatever I have written inside the playbook, it will execute. Similarly, I want to create certain users. So what I do here? So by using the above reference, can you tell me the syntax here? VM inside roles. What is my role number 2? Next inside tasks I want to create main.yml. So here I name creating users. Next module, user module. So I'll use the loops concept. Why? Because to reduce the length of the code. So here I can give name is equal to item, state is equal to present. So here what I can do is with underscore items. So let's create 5 users. So user Krishna Saidej. So let's create 5 users. Okay, that's it. So now if I give the role called users, whatever the playbook I have written, this is going to execute. Clear now? Now finally, what is the next role I have here? Now tell me the syntax. VIM inside roles, inside web servers, tasks I have main.yml. So hyphen name installing. What is our web server? Our web server, man. Super. Huh? Ansible. Apache. HTTP it is. Module. Service. First you need to install the man. Name is equal to HTTPD. State is equal to present. Correct. Next, you need to start it. So how can you start? Again, hyphen name starting HTTPD. Module is service. Name is equal to HTTPD. State is equal to started. Clear now? Okay, that's it. So now I'll give the command called tree. So tell me how many total number of roles I'm having. Packages, users. So for these packages, whatever the packages I want to install, I kept on the folder called task and the playbook name is. And for the user creation, whatever the user I want to create, I kept it inside the folder called task in the file name called. So for the web server also, whatever I want to install the web server, I kept it inside the task folder and the folder name is main.yml. So in this way, I have organized the playbooks into structural format. Now you can see, are you seeing the clear structure or not, sir? Are you able to see clear structure or not? And second point, whatever I said is, it is to encapsulate the data. It is to encapsulate the, sir, you can see the role name, but can you able to see what is written inside the role name? No. So it is encapsulated or not, sir? Yes. So now what I'll do is I'll go and create the playbook called master.yml. So here I am putting it on hosts. Hosts all. Basically what we put here, task, but instead of tasks, I'm going to put the roles. Whatever the roles I want to execute, I can use it here. For example, say I want to install the web server only. So what is the role name of web server? Web server only. So now go here and run the playbook. Ansible-playbook master.yml. Now if we go and see, only the web server role is going to execute and the web server is going to install. Is it installing the Apache now? What is the role we are executing now? Web server. It is install the web server and is starting the web server, right? Similarly, in the upcoming days, for example, I want to install some packages. What I want to install here? Packages. So to install the packages, what is the role I want to use here? Packages. You can see it here, right? What is the name of the role here? Packages. So now if I put this name, automatically the packages will only install. Sorry, the rest of the things will not install. See? I'm executing the playbook here. Is it installing the packages now? See, the role I'm executing is packages. First of all, it is installing it. Next, it is installing the Maven, and third it is going to install obviously Docker. Installing Docker now, like this. So similarly, in upcoming days, I want to create the user. I don't want the rest of the things to execute. I want to create only user. So in that case, what is the package we need to use? Sorry, what is the role we need to use to create the user? Users. So VIM master.yml, instead of packages, what I can put here? Users. That's it. So now you can see only the users are going to create. So the rest of the things are not going to execute. So now if we go and see the definition of these roles, it is a way of organizing the playbook into structured format. If you go and see here exactly, sir, have we organized with the multiple playbooks into a structural format or not, sir? Yes. So first point is verified. Second point is we can encapsulate the data. That means if you go and see the master.yml, here you can see the name of the role. But are you able to see the playbook here? That means we are encapsulating the playbook or not, sir? So second point is also verified. And roles are used for the multiple times in real time. See, you create the role for one time only, but in upcoming days, can I use this multiple times? Yes, of course I can use it. Apart from that, length of the playbook is also going to be decreased. Reducing the length of the playbook to create the users, how many lines you are using? 3. How many? 3. And finally, it contains the variable section, task, and template. If you go and see, is in the task section here. If you want to put some variables also, you can put variables, but I'm not defining any variables here. And finally, in real time, we use roles for our daily activities. Trust me, whatever the work you are learning here, at the end of the day, whenever you go for the real time, everything you are going to implement on the roles concept only. So working with the roles is going to be very, very easy. Create the folder called roles. Give the name of the role. Inside the role, you need to mention the task. Inside that, go and write the playbook as per your convenience. So this is going to be the concept of Ansible roles. Which one? Roles. Of course, you can ask me, sir, can't we execute multiple roles together? Means, of course, we can execute. If you want me to show how to execute multiple roles, remember, already these roles are executed, but I'm trying to execute one more time for your better clarity. Users, packages, third one will be web server. So even if you want to execute all of them together, it is completely fine. Ansible will take care of it. Just go and check here. Which color you are getting? What is the meaning of green? That means can we able to execute multiple roles together? That's it. So roles is going to be very, very important concept on the interview. So damn sure from the Ansible point of view, it is the must go through question for all of you. Is it clear for you now? Online, can you please confirm me, is the concept of Ansible roles clear for all of you or not? Fine. So it was clear for all of you. Great to know. Okay, now you install the packages. Again, if you want to uninstall, what you can do? Instead of present, we need to put. But I'll ask you a question, sir. See, basically, you need to replace present as absent in multiple folders and subfolders. Okay. So whenever if you want to execute a command inside the folders and subfolder, direct this command will not work. See, -i s/ I want to replace present with absent. Okay. In which file? Inside roles, inside packages, inside tasks, inside main.yml. If you do like this now, how many subfolders you are having? 3 subfolders: packages, users. That means you need to run this command how many times? For example, if you have some 100 folders, then what will you do? Are you going to execute 100 times? Huh? If you do it, what will happen? Punyakalam purtaipotundi, right? Your session will be logged off. So in order to make this overcome, what we can do, we can use the command called exit command. Which command? Is it not exit? Okay. What it is? exec. This is the name of the command. Let me show you. So I think all of you know find command, right? What is the purpose of find command? To find the certain file, right? So first of all, I'll explain the first part of the command. So the next part of the command will be very, very easy for you. So the first part of the command is nothing but I am finding from the current folder. Dot stand for current folder. From the current folder, I'm finding. What you are finding, I am I am finding the type called files. Hit enter. You can see all of the files are not, sir. The first command is telling that I am finding from the current folder. For what you are finding, I am finding for the type called files. So all these files will come. Perfect. From the all these files, whatever the output you get from all these files, in these files, you are going to execute the command. What you are going to do? How you are executing the command? Sed command. Sed -i. Yes, slash. I want to replace present as absent. Wait. Present I want to replace as absent, right? Close this one. Basically, here you need to give the file names. But how many file names you are having? Multiple. So 1 file name, 2 file name, 3 and 4. So the first part of the command is going to find out the files. Now in all of these files, okay, in all of the files, I'm executing the command. Which command I'm executing? Sed command. So like all of you knows the sed command here very, very clearly. So that is very great thing to know. Once if you give this, if you want to end it, open and close the curly brace and give backslash. So this is going to run the command successfully. Wait. I think for exec I need to put hyphen. I missed this one. Yep, here hyphen is missing. So this is the command you need to remember. So in real time, this is one of the activity you do. You are having some hundreds of folders in real time. So for example, if you are having hundreds of files, which are going to locate in hundreds of folders, you cannot go to the individual file and you cannot run the sed command. So in this way, if you run this single command, in our entire operating system, how many files you want to replace, you can replace that many files. Now run the playbook. Now automatically, these are going to be uninstalled. What are the packages you install? Those are going to be uninstalled. So users are removing now. You can see, and packages are also going to be uninstalling. Basically, here I put installing, but the action will be, how can you assume that is uninstalling? Because the color is changing, right? Fine. Yeah, at last it will show error. Why? Because you are removing the service, but you are trying to start it. So you can ignore that completely. Nothing will happen. You can run ignore errors also, but I'm not putting here. It's up to your choice. Fine. So this command will save you a lot of time in the real time. So please don't forget this command, okay? Even if it's difficult to learn, so try to learn it. So the next concept is going to be the Ansible Galaxy. Guys, this concept we are not going to implement on real time, but you need to understand some points about it. Basically, Ansible Galaxy is a website where we can share our roles and to command line interface for installing, creating and managing tools. Let me tell you in a proper way. For example, if you go and see, how many roles I'm having here? 3. Who create these roles? I created. But if you want to use these roles, how can you use? Okay. So basically, there is a website called Ansible Galaxy. So if you go to the Ansible Galaxy, in this website, what you can do is you can publish your roles. How many roles I have created, that many roles I can be able to upload to the Ansible Galaxy. From the Ansible Galaxy, what you can do is you can use my roles as part of your real-time work. But this is not going to happen in real time. Okay. For example, see, I want to create a role. My company gave me a task to create the role to install Tomcat on my servers. What is the role? But I don't know how to write the Tomcat role. In that case, what I can do, I can come to this website. I can go for the roles. In the roles, I'll try to use Tomcat. If I hit enter here, are you seeing the Tomcat roles here? For example, if I want to use this role, I'll click here. Are you seeing the command? Directly copy the command and paste it here. Automatically, this Tomcat role will be downloaded into my local path. In my local path slash root dot Ansible folder will be created. Inside there, you can see the roles and you can see the name of the role. If I go to this path, CD and go to that path, now you came to the path and you can see the tree command. Are you seeing the roles or not, sir? Who written these roles? Me or any other person? Some other person. But who can use this one? I can use it or not. Like this, it's a centralized website where you can publish your roles and you can use other people's roles also. But in real time, this is not going to happen. You can't use other people's role. You need to write your own roles only. For reference, you can choose, but you cannot use the other people's roles in the real time. Is the concept clear for all of you know? Yes. So here I have given this one. So Ansible Galaxy gives a greater visibility to one's Ansible most exciting features such as application installing and reusability of rules for server configuration. Lots of people can share their roles in the Ansible Galaxy. Ansible role contains many playbook, okay, which is a way of grouping the multiple tasks into a single container to automate the work. That means it will consist of multiple playbooks, but all these playbooks are containerized into a single role or not, sir? I have a role called dot common. So it is a username. CRIECM, that is the username, guys, and common is the role name. Inside the single role name, am I able to see multiple files or not, sir? What we can do is we can publish the multiple playbooks into the single role itself. But trust me, are we going to use this on real time? No, why we don't use this on real time? Because we need to write our own configuration. Simply, we can't use other people roles in the real time, but we can take the reference. We can take the reference, but we will not implement on the real time. Okay. There are some roles command for you. Basically, I'll show you some of the most frequent commands for roles. For example, if you want to create a role, basically I have given the commands manually. mkdir-p roles, inside roles name of the role, inside the task and playbook. If you don't want to give like this, give the command Ansible Galaxy init role. And the role of the name will be Raham. Wait. Now, if you can see, give the command ll. Is the role called Raham got created or not, sir? Now give the command tree command. If you give the tree command, automatically structured came or not? So do you need to use mkdir commands like this? No. Simply this Ansible Galaxy init command will be directly able to install the role structure. Okay. But remember, roles is better to create manually as per our own requirement instead of copying from other. So we need to create our own roles. That's it. So this is an high level overview about the concept called Ansible roles itself. So now is the concept of roles clear for all of you know? Okay, but from Ansible Galaxy, we can choose the reference, but can we implement this on real time? And there are some other CLI command for Ansible Galaxy also. It is not recommended to use them. Okay, that's it. Sir, can't we use two files? One is for installing and another one is for uninstalling. Basically, it is not recommended, funny. Why to use two different files? Simply, you can use set command for single file, right? If you use like that, you need to maintain multiple files, which is going to be very, very difficult for you to manage. I won't recommend this one. Hope it gives you the clarity. So next concept will be Ansible Vault. Which one? Have you ever heard about the concept called Vault actually? Like in general, I'm asking what is the Vault? Eh? Docker. No. What is a Vault? Vault ఎప్పుడు వినలేదా పేరు? Vault is nothing but a place where you can store the very important information. Simply, you know, Birva, right, in your homes? Birva is a vault or not, sir? What do you store there? Money, jewelry, and our 10th class documents, intermediate documents. Correct or not? So in general, I'll tell you the meaning of vault. Vault is nothing but it's a place where you can store the important information, which need to be having very high privacy and very high security. Correct. For example, if you are having 1 lakh money in our home and we are having jewelry in our home, so can we make it publicly visible to all of the people? Why? Because it is valuable, right? Whenever if it is valuable, what you need to do? You need to provide some privacy and security. For that purpose, you are going to store them on the vault, that is locker. In real time also, basically, there are some very, very important information like username, password, keys. This will be very, very important information for us to keep manage. So simply what I can do is I'll go here, okay, and I'm creating the file called creds.txt. What is the name of the file? So here I'll be going user is equal to Raham. Password is equal to test123. For example, let's take. Sir, here I am storing my credentials into a simple file called creds.txt. So this is going to be very, very secret information for me. But am I exposing publicly to all the people or not, sir? Does it have any privacy and security? So we need to provide privacy and security or not, sir? So in order to provide the security and privacy in our Ansible, we have the concept called Ansible Vault actually. What this Vault will do, it will encrypt the files as well as playbook. For example, I have the file. Inside the file, I have some secret data. I want to make it private and I want to make it more secure. In order to make this, I can use the concept called Ansible Vault. So the Vault technique, what exactly we are going to use is AES-256. This is one of the famous encryption technique that is going to be used by the companies like Facebook. All of you know Facebook, right? Previously, once upon a time, there lived a ghost. That is Facebook. Currently, like everyone is using Instagram, WhatsApp, and Threads. But once upon a time, the common thing that we use few years ago, that means till 2016, the common thing what we use is Facebook only. So that kind of company is using this kind of technique. Okay. Vault will store our data in very safely and securely. How means by encrypting the data. If you encrypt the data, can you be able to read the data? If you can't read the data, is it going to be privacy or not, sir? Yes. If you want to access the data, which is in the vault, we need to give the password. For example, see, I create a vault. Inside the vault, I put my username and password. If I want to see them, I cannot see them. Why? Because this is an encryption format. Which format? But even if I want to see it, I need to give password to see the content inside the vault. That means it is going to provide privacy or not. Yes. And one of the ultimate advantages is we can restrict the user to access the playbook also. I'll explain this point later. Okay. How exactly we're going to implement this on real time. But before that, again, one more time, Ansible Vault use it to encrypt the data. That means files, playbooks, and so on. The encryption technique is AES-256. It will store our data very safely and securely. Once if we keep the data on the Ansible Vault, if you want to access the data, we need to provide the password. Here for the clarity, I have created the file called creds.txt. There I have given username and I have given the password. Can I able to see them directly or not, sir? Directly can I able to see it or not? That means, do you have any kind of privacy or protection here? Nothing. Now let me show you how to enable the privacy and security for our data. So in Ansible Vault, there are some commands you need to follow. From the Ansible Vault, okay, I am creating a vault. What I am creating? The name of the vault will be creds1.txt. Already you are having the creds.txt. So to differentiate, I am going to take the file name as creds1.txt and I'm copying the same data. Whatever the data you are seeing, I am copying the same data. Before you put the data inside the vault, is it asking the password or not, sir? Give the password. I think all of you know password will not be visible. Okay. Now put the same data. Sorry, if you go and see, are you seeing same data in the creds.txt and creds1.txt, right? But creds.txt is normal file. Creds1.txt is a Ansible vault. Now if I give the command call cat creds1.txt, what you are seeing here? Sir, I simply put username and password, right? How many lines? But here, how many lines of data you are seeing? Some 5 lines of data. And are you seeing the plain data or encryption data? What is the encryption technique? AES 256. So this is the purpose of using vault. Okay, in real time, if you want to keep any kind of secret data or private data, you can use a concept called vault. Sir, if I want to see it directly, I cannot able to see it. Okay, I need to use password for to see it. I'll tell you how to use it. But before that, for example, you put some content in the vault. Okay, so to create the vault, the command is Ansible vault create and name of the vault. Sir, in future, I want to change some content. I want to edit the vault. What I want to do? So instead of create, put edit. So give the password. If you want to do anything, you need to give password first of all. So I am giving the username as Raham ABC. Now I'm changing some content, right? Now you can go and give the command cat raham.txt. Sorry, cat creds1.txt. Previously, the series started with 30613. But now the series is starting with 30. That means whenever if you open the vault, is it pattern changing or not, sir? Is it one of the greatest feature or not? Why? Because every time it is not sticking to the static pattern, it is changing the pattern frequently. Next, sir, for example, if I want to change the password for my Ansible vault, the command is Ansible vault rekey. Which one? Rekey. Rekey means it is gonna change the password. So previous password is Raham123. Now this time I am giving Raham456. Is the password changer now? Like that. Okay. So to create the vault, Ansible vault create name of the vault. See, this name can be whatever. It doesn't matter. You can give your name also. To edit the content inside the vault, Ansible vault edit and name of the vault. To change the password, Ansible vault rekey and name of the vault. Finally, sir, if I want to decrypt, currently you are seeing the data in encryption mode. Which mode? If I want to decrypt, same command. See, the only middle word will change, the rest of the things will be common. Ansible vault decrypt. So give the password of vault. Okay, now give the command cat creds1.txt. Are you seeing the plain content now? What I said previously here, you can go to this point and verify. If we want to access any data which is in the vault, we need to give the, sir, here I am accessing the data, but before accessing the data, is it asking me the password or not, sir? Like that. So similarly, if I want to encrypt, what I can do instead of decrypt, I can put encrypt. So give the password. I'm giving the new password here again. Now you can give the command cats creds1.txt. Again, it got encryption or not, sir? Now this time the pattern changed to 6530, right? Like that. Okay. So these will be the common commands, what exactly we are going to use. So to create the vault, Ansible vault create. To edit the vault, Ansible vault edit. To change the password, Ansible vault rekey. To decrypt the data, Ansible vault decrypt. To encrypt, Ansible vault encrypt. There is one more thing called Ansible vault view. I'll tell you. See, for example, the concept is very clear. I have the scenario. I want to see the data. But data will be on which mode? Encryption mode. If I want to make it decrypt, I need to give password or not, sir? If I give password, it will decrypt. I want to see the data, but I don't want to decrypt the vault. How it is possible? With the help of view command. Which command? Give the command Ansible vault view. Which command? VIEW. It is asking the password. Give the password. I am giving the password. Am I able to see the content? But in general, if you go and see, this content will not be decrypted. It will be still on encryption mode, but you can see the password. Basically, if you do decrypt now, the content will be decrypted. You can see the content. And again, you need to encrypt it later. But if you use a command called view, it will show you the content on decryption way. But originally the content will be on which way? Encryption. So whenever if you want to see the data, instead of using decrypting and encrypting, use the concept called view. You can see the data and again, you need not to do the encryption. Okay, like that. So these are the 6 commands that we are going to use for the Ansible vault. In real time, the major advantage of using the vault is to encrypt the data. For which purpose? encrypt the data. Is the concept clear for all of you now? Fine. Online, can you please confirm me, is the concept of Ansible Vault clear for all of you or not? Okay, so it was clear for all of you. That's great to hear. Fine. So the last point I said about Ansible Vault is we can restrict the user to access the. Sir, you said that Ansible Vault is also used to restrict the playbook. But my question is, how do you do it? See, Ansible Vault cannot only encrypt the files. It can also encrypt the. Let's go and encrypt the playbook. For example, I'll tell you the scenario where we face a lot of issue in real time. Wait. VAM raham.yml. Okay. So before that, I'll do some small deployment for you. Okay. Sir, tell me one thing. I want to deploy my front-end page. Front-end application I want to deploy. For front-end application, which server we need to install? Web server. What is a web server here? Apache. Okay. Let me draw the diagram for you so you'll be getting the great clarity. Today I'll show you the front-end deployment. Tomorrow we'll go for the back-end deployment. Okay. So it is my code. Okay. So generally, what will be happening, it is my GitHub repository. So to the GitHub repository, who will push the code, sir? Developers. So I'm taking 4 different developers. Developer 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4, 3, 2. I'll be having 4 different developers. What is the work of developers? Pushing the code to the GitHub repository. Okay. From the GitHub repository, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the direct repository code from the GitHub to the Ansible server. Which server? Ansible. So it is my Ansible server. From the Ansible server, once you take the code, you are going to deploy it to the worker nodes. Where you are going to deploy it? So it is my worker node 1, worker node 2, like dev 1, dev 2. Collectively, we can call it as. And similarly, we'll be having the test 1 and test 2. Okay. So I need to deploy this code from which server? From the Ansible server itself. 3, 4. Okay. So the namings I'm going to give like this for your even better clarity. It is my GitHub repo. It is my Ansible. And this will be my worker nodes. All of you know. So that will be my worker nodes actually. So what I'll do is, so this is the small mini project what you can do from the Ansible. So let's take the Netflix application. What I want to take? So I want to deploy the Netflix application in my worker nodes. Okay. So what I'll be doing is here you need to install majorly Git. Why? Because from the Git only we are going to take the code. And after installing the Git, we need to install. No. This is only front-end code. Only front-end code, no back-end code. Apache I need to install. After installing the Apache, like what I need to do? Start the service. After starting the service, I need to deploy. So these are the 4 different tasks what we need to write. First of all, I'll install the Git in the work node. Why? Because from the Git only we are taking the code. And I'll install Apache on my worker node. And I'll start the Apache on my worker node. Finally, I'll deploy the application code from the GitHub to the worker node. So now based upon the about task, can you tell me the playbook? If you tell this one, your mini project will be done. So now tell me. So go here and first of all, hyphen hosts all. Just to put here dev initially. Let's do later we can go for test. Tasks hyphen name first installing git m name is equal to git state is equal to task number 1 is done. Task number 2 is name installing HTTPD, M name is equal to HTTPD, state is equal to third one, name, starting HTTPD server, service, service, name of the service will be HTTPD, state is equal to started. So the 3 steps are done. Now what is the last step here? What is the last step? Deploy. Sir, can any one of you tell me what is the path for web server? Already we discussed web server path. Web server path. Where www HTML. I said this in the demos also. The front end path is gonna be where www HTML. Now in the last section, what you can do is hyphen name deploy. Okay. What I am doing here? Sir, for deploying, where you are going to get the code? I am going to get the code from the Git. So I'm using the module called Git. So repo means you need to give from where you are getting the code. So if you go to my GitHub here, in the GitHub, Raham Sheikh 007, there is something called as Netflix clone. Or like, let me go to here first of all. So in the repositories, what you can do is, or is in the Netflix clone here, or you can see Netflix web app code also. So you can go for this one also completely. So this is the web application code. Okay. And this is the front end code only. So this is the reference code what I have taken. So what exactly you can do is you can copy the link from here. Okay. Copy it from this repo. Just provide the code to the var www HTML and put the double quotes for here also. So I'm telling that, see, deploy the application. From where you are going to get the code, I'm going to get the code from the Git, from this so-and-so repository. Once you get the code, you need to send the code to var www HTML. Why? Because it is the place where all the front-end code is going to present on the real time. So again, I'm telling, I am deploying on the developing server. First of all, I'm installing the Git. Why? Because to get the source code. If I don't install Git, I won't get the source code. Second, I'm installing the Apache, which is the web server, which will show the front-end code for me. And later, I'm going to start the Apache here. Once you start the Apache, your service will be running, and this code is going to deploy on the var www HTML, which is the home path for the web server. So now is writing the code clear for all of you now? Online, can you please confirm me? Is the playbook clear for all of you or not? And one more thing, guys, it's only the front end code. It's not the back end code. Tomorrow I'll tell you the back end code. Okay. Fine. So now just execute the playbook here. Now you can see the application running on the developing servers. Is Git installed here? Is it installing Apache? Yes. It's done now. Now go and verify whether your application is running or not. So I'm going to show it lively for you. So developing server 1, copy the public IP address and port number will be 80. Web server port number is, guys, remember, even though if you don't give the port number 80, it will work for you. Why? Because the default port number of browser will be 80. If you don't give 80, it is completely fine. It will work. Are you getting the Netflix application here? And in developing to server also, I'm going to log in here. Is it working here for you now? Sir, if I try to access from the testing server, will I able to access? No, why? Because I deployed it only for developing server. So in testing, you cannot able to see. In test 1, nothing you are seeing here. Similarly for testing 2 also, you cannot able to see anything here. Are you able to see on test one, test two? No. So what I'll be doing is in the raham.yml instead of dev, what I can put now? Test. Or I can put all also. If I put all, again, it is going to deploy on all the servers. But if I put test, only test will be deployed. See, in real time, you can't deploy the application on all servers. First of all, you need to go on dev, then only you need to go for test, then finally UAT, and then production. This is the way how you can deploy. Okay. So don't think you are going to deploy on all servers at a single time. And one more thing. All of you fill the Google sheet here. I shared it on a Telegram. How many of you haven't filled? Already responded means if you filled it already, it will come response is submitted. Okay. Don't need to fill. The people who haven't filled, I'm asking. And the people who haven't filled, now you are not going to get the Google Classroom X. Okay. So please try to check it. So you can go here and you can see. Is it working on testing server now? Wait, for testing it is coming as HTTPS. Wait. Is it working for testing page now? And testing server. Is it working now? Yes. So in this way, what you can do is you can deploy the application in one by one manner. So first of all, you need to go for developing server, then only you can go for testing. Now you can see that all my servers are working properly as per the requirement. Okay. Okay, sir. Now you said that the deployment, but you say that you are going to restrict the playbook for deployment also. How it is means, I'll tell you one of the scenario actually where we face a lot of issue. Basically, on the time of lockdown, we hired a fresher. Okay. So it's lockdown. So none of us are going to work from office, right? So everybody is working from home only. So the guy was very clever actually. Initial few days he was working very hard and his skills are very good up to the level. So one day we got one deployment activity. While going for the deployment activity, generally I'll do the deployments. As a fresher, he know how to do the deployment, but he never worked on deployment activities. But at that time I was not on the shift. And even my colleagues are like they are on the leave actually. He was the only guy who is on the shift. So there was a ticket raised by the testing team to deploy the application testing server. Which server? But before the application that deployed on testing server, we deployed on UAT client server. This fresher guy forgot to change the host name from the UAT to test. Now what will happen? Simply run the playbook without changing the host name UAT to test. He simply run the playbook. Now where will the application go and deploy? Sir, without testing the application, how can we give it to client, sir? Is it a big risk or not? So after the deployment, we got to know that he deployed on wrong environment. Before testing the application got to the client side and we found a lot of bugs there. So after that, a big escalation happened. Then finally, we came to know that this escalation, this big issue happened due to the restriction, not to restrict the user. If I restrict the user, can he able to work on it? In Jenkins, which concept we use for it? RBAC. In the RBAC, have we restrict the user or not, sir? In Ansible also, we can restrict the certain user to not to run the playbook. How it can be done means with the help of the vault only. Which one? For example, I have the deployment playbook that is raham.yml. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into the vault. Ansible vault, create. What is the name of the vault here? Raham.yml. So vault password I'm giving some random password. Oh, wait. So basically this vault is already exists, right? So what I can do is put edit. Why? Because this .yml is already created. So what we can do is we cannot use the same name. We can use some other name, or what we can do is we can go for edit also, or let what you other thing you can do is let me show you. Cat raham.yml. Just copy this content for you. Delete the raham.yml file. So I'm deleting all the file. So now go and create the vault call raham.yml. Now give the password. There you go and paste this content. Okay. So now if we go and see ram.yml is a playbook which is for deployment. But how you are seeing it now? Encryption mode or not, sir? Now if the fresher try to run the playbook, see same fresher is trying to run the playbook. What is happening here? Is it running? No. Why it is not running here? Because the playbook, what exactly we're trying to run is it's on encryption mode. Which mode? So when the playbook is on encryption mode, can we able to run it? So now the fresher comes to run the playbook. Is it executing now? That means can we able to like what we call, can we able to protect the playbook without running by any user or not, sir? Simply in Jenkins, we have the RBAC concept to restrict the user. Here also we have the concept called Ansible Vault to restrict the user from running a playbook. Okay, sir. Now you are telling that fresher cannot run the playbook. But if you want to run, how can you run? See, by default, whenever if you encrypt the playbook, playbook will not run. So if you want to run the playbook, you want to decrypt. What you are going to do? What is the command to decrypt? Ansible Vault decrypt. Sir, if you decrypt the playbook, that means you can able to run. That means if the fresher try to decrypt, can he also able to run or not, sir? Logic point or not? But here the logic is, who set the password for the playbook? I set the password. Who set the password? I set the password. Then who knows the password now? Only you. Only me. That means only I can able to decrypt. Why? Because I was the one who set the password. If a fresher try to decrypt the playbook, he cannot do it. Why? Because he don't know the password, right? So in this way, we can able to secure the playbook. Now, if we go and see, if I try to run the playbook, is it executing or not, sir? So the better way to implement the playbook execution is real time is make the playbook into the encryption mode. Which mode? Why? Because if you made it encrypt, only the person who has the permission to run the playbook, they only can able to run. Other people cannot able to run. If other people cannot able to run, is it going to be provided for privacy and security or not, sir? So this is the implementation of Vault in the real-time aspect. If you ask me, I will recommend you to use the Vault in the real-time implementation. Why? Because it will encrypt the data. Similarly, it is going to provide the privacy and security for your playbook also. So is the concept of encrypting the playbook and restricting the user clear for all of you know? All in, can you confirm is the concept clear for all of you or not? Clear, fine. Huh? Crack. How do you crack? Can we means don't include me. I can't crack. If you can crack, you can try. Fine. So strategy is done. Debug module done. Customer stars done. Lookups done. Asynchronous and polling is pending. Web server. This already I said. Web server is to show the application. Example is Apache. Port number 80. Val www. HTML. It will have only print and code. App server is nothing but it is to use the application. Example is Tomcat. Port number. So where you are going to deploy the web application inside Tomcat web apps. Here you are going to have backend code plus front end code. Okay. So basically in Ansible, you can use comments also. What you can use? What is the meaning of comment? Comment means you can stop some certain task to run. For example, see, while executing the playbook, if I don't want to run this task, okay, what I can do is I can make this comment. What I can make? The moment if you make this comment, right, that particular line will not execute. Let me show you. I'm commenting this both lines. These two will not execute now. Just try to run the playbook. So installing the Git will not work for you now. Is tightly going for Apache installation or not, sir? So this comment section is to add some points to your playbook. Whenever if you are executing the playbook, if you want to write some description, in that place you can write the comment. Let me tell you. So in real time, where you are going to use this comment, that is the one of the most question that you are going to get now. I'll explain it very clearly for you. Guys, listen. For example, You are running a certain task. Okay. So if you want to provide any kind of description, say I want to provide any kind of description for this task. So what I can do is slash, like hash this task will install Git. So like this, I can add some comments for it. This is to read by the users. Whenever if some other people come to your organization, if you write a playbook, if they don't know what this playbook will do, they can read these comments and they can understand what is going to happen here. That's it. And next one is going to be dry run actually. So basically you need to understand what is the meaning of dry in real time. Do you know what is the meaning of dry? Indipot one. What is the meaning of dry in technical word? So drying our clothes in summer. Huh? Like this, huh? Check. Okay. Is it a good practice to write comments? Yes, of course, Dadapir. Definitely it is going to be the good practice. Okay. Even you can see lot of configuration files will have the comment section. Let me show you for your clarity. You know the Ansible configuration file, right? Cat, etc, Ansible. Just to go for the host section. Are these commented or not, sir? Why these are commented? This is to provide the information for the user. What is going to happen? Are you in the comment section here? So every configuration file will consist of the comments. It is safe to use comments in the real time. Okay, fine. So what is the meaning of dry in real time? Dry. You don't know dry? Okay. So in the technical word, the word dry will stand for don't repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself. That indicates if you are doing a work, don't repeat the work daily. Instead of daily repeating the work, make it automate. What you can make it? See, for example, there is a concept in Ansible. Dry run means if you want to run the playbook, but before running the playbook, you want to check whether there is any kind of syntactic errors or not. So in that case, what you can do is you can add the -- check. -- That means this playbook will not run actually. Instead of running the playbook, you can see the expected output. What is the output coming here? You have the wrong information here. So before running the playbook, am I checking it whether it is correctly formatted or not, sir? So go for raham.yml and let me correct this one. So here, what is the mistake? Here you are using the hyphen, right? Is the hyphen is on correct syntax here? No, right? So what you can do is make this align properly and try to run now. So now it is gonna show you what is the possible output for you. So in general, guys, this playbook will not execute. It is gonna check how it is going to perform actually. And one of the common thing you are going to get in real time is syntax errors. Basically, avoiding the syntax errors are going to be very, very major thing in the real time. For example, see, I am gonna do some syntax errors for your learning purpose. See, I am doing syntax errors intentionally. So there are a lot of syntax errors here. If I try to run the playbook, is the playbook going to run? Means no, it is not going to run. See, is it going to execute? Why? Because there are a lot of syntax errors. Okay, if you go and see cat raham.yml, there are a lot of syntax errors. Guys, if you ever face the syntax errors, if you want to overcome the syntax errors, how you can do means there is a website called YAML Lint. What is the website name? YAML Lint. If you go to this website and paste the content here, click on go. Are you showing the lot of mistakes here? Are you seeing the red color here? Red color is nothing but your, this line is having the syntax mistake. What you can do, if you can see here, M is out of the indentation, right? Make it correct. So M and name are properly aligned now. So click on go. Is the line number 4 perfectly running now? Next thing is on the line number 8 and 9. If you go and see the line number 9, is the syntax properly aligned there? So make it properly aligned and click on Go. Is it properly aligned or not, sir? So whenever, if you face any kind of syntax errors in the AML, you need to go for the website called AML lint. What this AML lint will do? This is going to check the errors. And you can ask me, sir, how to memorize this one. See, memorizing will be very, very easy. For example, if you want to memorize the syntax in the AML, first of all, this hyphen will be there. Na? So just to put hyphen, gap, and host, and task. So next line, whenever you are starting, na, make sure you are having two spaces and you need to start from the letter number 3. What is the letter number 3 in the task? You need to start from below of the task. If you can go and see, all the things are aligned samely or not, sir? And here also in the Git, what is the letter number 3? From the letter number 3 called T, it is starting from the next line or not, sir? Like this. Okay. But again, even though if you don't know how to write the syntax, by practicing, it will be habituated for you. Okay. Nobody will learn the syntax on the very first attempt. Even in Docker and Kubernetes also, you are going to get the ML. So there you are going to write more syntactic files. So writing the AML files is going to be very, very easy for your upcoming days classes like Docker and Kubernetes. Is it clear for you now? That's it. So in today's session, which concept we discussed? First of all, we gone with the Ansible. Before that, we have gone for PIP. After that, we gone for the roles and Galaxy and Vault. Finally, we done the deployment. What we have done? Deployment. So this is the topics what we have covered in today's session. So now, before going for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for all of you today? Is the class clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm me how's the session for all of you today? Can you confirm in chat box all of you once? Okay, it was clear. Great. Okay. So now, in today's session, we deployed the front end code. In tomorrow's session, we are going to deploy the. So tomorrow's session, I'm going to tell you the concept of Tomcat setup from the playbook and integrating of Ansible with the Jenkins pipeline. How you are going to integrate Ansible with the Jenkins pipeline. So try to just see the concept of Jenkins pipeline once. Why? Because tomorrow we are going to deal with it. Okay. So that's it. And one more thing here, what exactly I'm trying to do is, so in the Ansible server, I'm taking T2 micro. What I'm trying to take? T2 micro. So I'm going to change it to T2 medium. Basically in real time, what will happen, sometimes you need to change the instance types. What you need to change? If you want to change the instance type, first of all, you need to stop the instance. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stop the instance and I'll show you how to change it. Could you throw some light on Ansible Galaxy? Already we covered this Ansible Galaxy. The other bit basically in real time also you won't work on Ansible Galaxy. Okay, just a website where you can publish your roles and you can use some other people roles itself. Okay. So is the server got stopped now? Now what you can do? Go for actions, click on instance settings, click on change instance type. Currently, what is the instance type you are having now? T2? I want to go for T2 medium. For example, let's take. Are you seeing T2 medium here? Click on apply. So in this way, you can change the instance type. Is it coming to T2 medium now? That's it. Now, so now you can start it and you can use it. But tomorrow I'm gonna show you how to use it. Okay, that's it. So now online, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can go ahead and you can ask now. And offline, I'm in front of you. So if you are having any queries, you can ask me now. And one more thing. So the notes, what exactly I'm gonna share for you, you are going to get it from the new Google Classroom. Okay, so please ping to your admin. If you submit your details properly, take the screenshot and ping to the admin. So admin is gonna give the Google Classroom access for all of you. So I'm giving these notes for you here. Oh, wait. And one more time thing, just try to see the Tomcat setup. I think all of you know Tomcat setup, right? Try to see it. And asynchronous and polling action is pending. We will be looking this in the upcoming days for you. Yeah, that is also going to be covered in tomorrow's session only. Don't worry about it, okay? What you are going to get? Hmm. What you are getting? Mhm. Okay, let's see. So guys, it is a new Google Classroom. So I'm gonna click on create and I'm gonna upload the materials for you. So dial in notes. So let's go for the interview questions now. And in the meanwhile, I'll try to upload the materials also, PDFs. Fine. So let's go and explore the interview questions here for today's session. So in the interview questions, guys. So the first question for today's interview is gonna be, what is Ansible Vault? Tell me what is Ansible Vault? To store the sensitive information like username, password, secrets, and so on. So it is going to encrypt the data. What is the like encryption technique we're gonna use? AWS-26. What is the Ansible role, sir? Roles, Ansible roles. Just now I said roles are nothing but way of organizing the playbook into structural format, right? And this will encapsulate the data. Okay, so in real time, all you are going to work on the roles only. And what is Ansible Galaxy? Ansible Galaxy is a website where you can publish your roles and you can copy the other people roles also. What is PIP module? It is to install the Python packages like NumPy, Pandas, and so on. So I think all of you know raw command shell module. This is going to execute the plain Linux commands. And how to restrict the specific user for running the playbook. How do you restrict the user to run the playbook? Using Vault. By using the Vault, you can encrypt. If you encrypt, the user cannot able to run the playbook. And what is Ansible Tower? So Ansible Tower is the graphical user interface for the Ansible, but in real time, we don't use Tower, guys. Okay, just know this question. Ansible Tower is the GUI for the Ansible. Okay, even for practice also we cannot do. Why? Because it requires subscription. Okay, 6 months of subscription to take for it. Fine. Sachin, please ping to the admin Praveen Sachin. Okay. And you also offline people, please ping to the online admin Praveen. Please take his number from the offline admin. Okay, try to ping him. Okay, just put the screenshot and just ping him that you want Google Classroom access. As of now, I can see here only one person is having the access. That is Sai Krishna and like Rago as well as some other guy is having invitation, but these guys haven't accepted. So just try to check it out. Okay. Okay, I'll intimate admin session. Fine. I think it's end of the day, right? So they will be not be on session. So we try to be get this Google Classroom access by tomorrow morning for you. So guys, that's it for today's session. So like still, if you are having any queries or any doubts, you can ask me now. So guys, still we'll be having 5 minutes of time. So you can ask your doubts and queries. And one more thing, like, are you following my LinkedIn account? So I'm posting some of the openings. So if you follow there, like you can get the job openings also for fresher. And soon I'm gonna post job for experienced people also. Yeah, fine. Would you give any break for 1 or 2 days? Basically, Padma, I cannot give the gaps actually. Why? Because if I wanna give the gap, I need to explain to the administrator like why you are giving the holiday for the students. Okay. Yeah, like Shamsuddin, you need to know about only two parts. One is web server, second one is app. For web, it is var www.html, and for app, it is Tomcat web apps. I have mentioned this on the notes itself. See, even though if you are learning the course now, try to go for the job trials now. It's completely fine. Even though the course is not yet completed, simply you can go and you can apply. Okay. And the LinkedIn ID of mine is gonna be, let me share you. So it is Raham Sheikh. If you go to the LinkedIn and type Raham Sheikh, you will be getting it directly. Let me show it you here. Here is the LinkedIn. Yeah. So this is going to be the ID. So Raham Sheikh. Okay. So if you type this Raham Sheikh, you will be getting my post and you can apply for the jobs as well. Okay. Why? Because apart from Naresh IT, so even though I'm trying for you to post some of the job openings for both fresher as well as experience. Fine. So still any queries from you? So Pushta, I'm gonna give you the resume also. Don't worry as of now. At the end of the course, you'll be getting the career guidance as well as resume, as well as everything I'm gonna provide for you, even the interview questions also. Don't need to worry about it now. Okay then. So I hope the session was very good for all of you. So try to practice these concepts, whatever we discussed. In tomorrow's session, we are going to see the concept of Tomcat web application deployment from the Jenkins pipeline through Ansible server. Okay. Okay then. So thank you all of you. Have a great day. Let's meet on tomorrow's session. Bye all. Sure, Yogesh. I'll give you. Okay.